We are at B&B in Queenstown, New Zealand, and Gwynn's been ranting. She ranted at the last B&B. She's been ranting all the time at this B&B, so now I have to now share this with you. I've had a wonderful time listening to it.
I'm Andrew St Pierre White. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and then travelling to the remotest parts of the world.
Okay.
I'll caveat all of this by saying that Andrew and I ran a luxury lodge for, Hollywood directors in the Okavango for a year. And then my mother ran a B&B in one of the most beautiful parts of South Africa called Clarence for 20 years. And you couldn't get into her B&B. It was booked months.
And I'll caveat this by saying that Gwynn and I have recently spent 3 weeks travelling around New Zealand visiting quite a few B&Bs. Right, over to you.
So I pride myself in knowing just a tad about this. So we've been to a collection of some very interesting B&Bs. The one the night before last, that was the one that finally did my head in.
To avoid the mad crowds, you can always find yourself in a place like this, which, to be honest with you, was found by great skill on booking.com.
Saw it on the internet, beautiful, this gorgeous, gracious house.
And it appealed to us because it had a picture of a dog. And, well, isn't it beautiful? Oh, and there's a little doggy.
Dog in Labrador in front, stunning.
You're gorgeous.
Hello.
Got no interesting smells.
Hello. We arrive. To get into it, you don't go through the front door. No. You go through the tradesman's entrance around the back. Okay? You take your shoes off, which is cool. I understand that. I've lived in England. I understand the concept of you don't want, inside shoes and outside shoes. So you take your shoes off and we go into our room. There were a queen-size bed, 50 pillows on it of all different shapes and sizes, and 2 little bears. And we stood at the door and thought, nice. Where the hell do we stand? There wasn't a ruler's length between the bed and the walls. So now, not everybody travels with a YouTuber and 57, bags of camera gear.
3.
But, yeah.
Yes, we can sit and drink tea. Yes, very civilized. Terribly, terribly civilized. Ooh.
When you've taken all the pillows off the bed to actually get to the bed and the 2 bears and put them on the floor, well, it's like Everest. You're climbing an opposite. It's like being a Christmas bed back when you're, a little kid, and you would chuck everything on the lounge floor, and then you'd have to, fight each other to get onto the bed. That was the bedroom.
There is an age, and I don't know what age that is, when people make noises when they sit down, and when they don't make noises when they sit down. I think that's at about 57 years old. Let's see if it's the same for getting up. Yep, same. Why are you laughing at me? What? Okay, all right. I'm going to test it on Gwynn.
I don't make noise when I stand or sit. I'm perfect.
I need to test. Go and sit down there now. Sit down there.
But then I'm not 57.
Or, that is true, or it only works for men.
Then the bathroom. It was a shared bathroom. Stumbling around in the morning to get into this bathroom, no lights. No, deathly. It's like you've entered a grotto. So I finally fumbled my way into this bathroom and hit my foot on this bloody great radiator. A chunk of metal that could have sunk the Titanic right there. It goes flying, I go flying, and now I'm in a bad mood. I pull myself together and I see this thing is actually broken. So I have visions now of the proprietor, who the night before came shouting down the passage, "Hello, hello, hello." We're lying in bed thinking, what the hell? Thinking it's a guest, arrived looking for the owner. Goes on and on and on. Eventually we say, "Can we help you? You haven't paid yet." "Yes, we have, over the internet." No, you've got to pay." We said, "Well, okay, the concept of, good evening, Mr. White. Do you mind if we just sort out the bill?" Hospitality. Okay, so I had visions of this dame in the morning with the broken radiator, and I was getting myself so wind up. And I had it. I said, "You are so damn lucky. I am not a litigious, I couldn't even get the word out, because you don't know if my toe's not broken." So Andrew hustles me out of there. Oh, and by the way, this room had no glasses in it. Not a glass to be seen. So I won't even go into what happened trying to find a glass in the middle of the night in the dark grotto. So anyway, we came to this place last night. And again, gorgeous on the internet. Jeez, the internet lies. My word, it lies. Anyway, that's a subject for a different day. We arrive in here and it's absolutely stunning as we walk upstairs, and then we get into the room. It's not a room. It's part of the roof. And just my luck, I'm the one who hit the radiator, who also ended up sleeping under the eaves. You told me to rant, I'm ranting.
The owner's downstairs.
Well, good if the owner hears, because if this is the owner's idea of a very expensive bed and breakfast with a shared bathroom for about 8 rooms that are all this size, that doesn't even have a bath in it. People, you all need to go back to catering college. Really? Maybe you didn't go to catering college and that's the problem. Because really, just because you got a pretty view, okay, it doesn't mean that you divide up your house into the smallest possible spaces that will pass fire planning. Stuff a whole lot of junk in it to hide the fact that it is so basic that, and then you charge a whole lot of money for it. Oh, look at the beauty behind you.
I hear, did you meet Big Daddy?
That guy? Yes, this morning.
He's a bully,
Is he?
and we now call him Donald.
Good name. Yes. No, I was very slow around him because I could see that if he got stroppy, I could get into trouble. So I was moving very slowly.
He's okay. He's okay. It's more with the other hens.
Now, this is a B&B. She asked us what we wanted for dinner, and we said, well, we weren't particularly hungry. You know, how about just some egg on toast? The next thing we know, we have breakfast for dinner in our room on a tray. The last time I was served like this was my mother in my mother's B&B, and she's been gone for about 9 years. So this is how you run a B&B. Fantastic. Thank you, Mary. Happy.
This place is a bit bonkers, actually. Everything about it is just so. Maybe it just. You're the one on the internet, aren't you? You were on the internet, yes.